play volleyball and stay at home, read some books, and stay with my dog, and that's it. Play volleyball and
Okay, thank you, Karina, for talking about you. I'm Leandro. I live in Santo André, São Paulo. I am 36 years old. I study in work with technology, and my area is data science. I'm here to practice in English with you. My hobbies is watching movies, read books. I'm a normal people. That's why I like to travel, these things. Okay, but nowadays my hobby is only come here, talk a little and practice my English and learn. Read books. I believe is the thing that I most do nowadays for fun. Okay, guys. Now, today we are talking about environmental. And I have a first question here. How do you think ordinary people can contribute to environmental conservation? Okay. What about you, Rebecca? Your opinion?
Ordinary people. There's a lot of stuff that we can contribute, and I think it start at home. For example, recycling our brands, not brand, embalagens, our things in the right place. But I know that's very difficult because it's a relationship between the folks and the state, the city hall, the people recycle and what. But you need to send to a place. A place need to take in your home. It should be a simple thing, my view, but it's a little difficult because the state here don't contribute too much to incentivated people. But when you go to the places as a mall or a park, we can find the right place to the right trash to use. I think it contributes with environment conservation. It's about the trash. Other thing, I don't know, people that have conditions would buy, for example, a car, electrical car. I think it's electrical, that it's better than the usual one. Or in our house in Brazil, we have a lot of sun. We can use the solar system. That the name in English, it's similar, solar system. We can the energy, it's called clean energy. We can use that and have a good return. Yeah, it's a few things that I remember here that we ordinary people can do.
Oh, that's great. You're talking about recycling. I'm usually go to a grocery store with a bags for don't use plastic bags. Yes, I reuse my some bags made by I don't know, by a fiber, natural fiber. Yeah, I put on car and go to places to don't expend a lot of I don't know, don't expend a lot of plastic. Don't use a lot of plastics. Yeah, I try to reutilize my plastics, the things that is possible to buy. I don't know if it's possible to do every time, but buy things using a glass pots, or buy things. I don't know if it's not a package but made by industry, but a granule. I don't know how to say, how can I say granule, but it's possible use this. I was thinking about this situation. How about you, Philip? What do you think about this question?
Can just talk up on what you have said before, like recycling, using reusable plastic bags or reusable bags. In my case, like here, since I came here, I start using reusable bags made of recycled plastic because like having those bags, like the super bags from Brazil, it's not a thing here. You need to have this reusable bag. And I also paid more attention like on how to split the trash because not every plastic can be recyclable because there are some plastics that they are made once and then you can't recycle this plastic anymore. But other certain types of plastic they can be recycled. At least here, we have this kind of issue. And when I see like when I go to shopping, my biggest problem is like I can't find fruits or vegetables that are outside of a plastic bag. All of them are packaged in plastic. You can't like grab a certain amount of apples and then wait it to buy like 1 kilo of apple. You only find like a plastic bag with 6 apples, for example. So it's really difficult to to be mindful about this. But like I try my best at least to to see the best options I can choose.
Yeah, that's great.
Uh,
That's good. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Talking about.
Actually, I forgot what I had to say, but that's everything I had to add. How about you, Karine?
I write some paragraph about this to Brett, and I think is teaching the next generation to take better care of the environment. It creates environmental awareness. It's because changing habits is very difficult. Maybe help this new generation to have more consent about this. Maybe is the way to get better for our environment.
Yeah, it's important have this preoccupation about education with people about environmental. Yeah, I was thinking about the thing that Philip was said. These days I go to grocery store and buy a packet of cookies. Yeah, it's cookies. Yes, cookies. But inside this packet existed one more packet with plastic inside this other is a plastic inside the plastic inside the plastic. It's crazy because the plastic will exist for many years, for more than 100 years, I believe. But we will use it for once it discard after. It's crazy, yeah. Thinking about this, I don't know what's the solution because it's good for transport, for conservation of food, but there's a problem. It's problematic for environmental. Yeah, thinking about this, we need new solutions. And Karine said a good thing because I was taught about environmental in my college, in my school, yeah, high school. I became a person that think about this. Education is, I guess, is the best solution for solving the many problems of humanity. Okay. In your opinion, Rebecca, you talked about this, yeah. Go to the second question. Can you hear? Can you read for us,
Yes.
please?
What role do companies play in preserving natural resource? Yeah, I think companies have a problem, as Leandro said, about the package. For example, a lot of company, they talk about what they do to environment, but when we receive our delivery, we find a lot of plastic, a lot of box, and it's a little full, the packet problem, and it's difficult to solve. So, but it's difficult if a big company, Amazon, Apple, they are talking about environment, but the product when we receive the delivery, a lot of plastic, it's so contradictory, in my opinion. What they do, I know that some company, they, for example, Natura, I know that they are more responsible, they have more responsibility about environment and a long time, a lot of experience. But other companies, I feel that they don't take it too much serious. They are more, they say, we are doing something. Then we find a person that know about the subject, understand, and they say no. What they do is just, it's a little fake because, and then the person explaining, I remember that a person explained to me about Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell, I don't know, there's a problem say about brand here because we are on YouTube. No, there's no problem, right? I remember that a professor of mine, she said to me that what I read about Faber-Castell, what they do about the environment is not too much so not good, so true. The other side. So it's difficult believing company. So the about environment is a little difficult. And I think they should try at least because they have money, they can save money depend of the solution that they find. For example, clean energy, I know that we can save money. It's investment, but with the time we can save money. But that's it, guys. I remember just Natura, and it's difficult say about the company that I know about a good thing that they do with the environment. So this is very difficult to remember.
In the same way of your idea, have you ever heard about the word greenwash? Yeah,
Yes.
greenwash is a fake when some company try to try to fake it, try to I don't know, to enganar você.
Yes.
About environmental, yeah. Have a good practice, is more for market, yeah. Greenwash. It's a word. Maybe I will make immersion about this. Yeah. It's the idea.
Once I participated in an immersion with this about this topic, greenwashing.
Yeah, greenwashing. It's some project and show for everybody that companies have this know what's important about conservation, environmental, but in the other way is polluting, is don't recycling, and it's not so preoccupied with real with environmental. And what's your opinion about the second question, Philip? The second or third? I lost.
Second question.
Second, yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's it.
I was thinking about this. I was remembering a case that happened when I was doing the groceries. For example, when you buy, let's say, minced meat, they usually came in like a plastic, where like at least the plastic for here, for this specific minced meat, usually came in like a rigid plastic that can be like, let's say, 99% recyclable because just the lid can't be recycled. And after a few weeks, I noticed that they changed the plastic to another one that's not recycled because it's just like a flimsy plastic that you just open and it's cart in the normal trash. And they changed to this other option because it said that this option uses 55% less plastic than the other one. But I was starting to think, okay, but what's the gain from here, because the previous one, let's say this previous plastic weighed 100 grams, but 99 grams of this plastic can be recycled. And the second one, it uses 55% less plastic because they announced this on the the package. But this time now you have like 45 grams of non-recycled plastic. So what's the how you're preserving the natural resources here, because it doesn't make sense. And yeah, like they try to make up a few like a few things here and there to spend less money, saying like, oh, by using this kind of plastic, you have like you will be spending less plastic. Okay, I forgot how to like to structure this phrase. By bringing this new option here, you will spending less plastic. But the previous option was more environmentally friendly, because this one you can like simply rinse the plastic and then put in the recyclable trash, and then send this to recycle. And the other one you can't do this, so you'll be like sending 45 grams of plastic away to to the normal trash instead of 99 grams of the previous one. So like there's some masking about this. And the other thing I noticed, like in certain package, as the previous answer you gave to us, like when you put a cookie, then inside of this main package you have smaller ones. And it also happens here. Like the last time I about Kit Kat, there was like the main package, and then inside of it was a smaller package, and inside of it was also aluminum foil surrounded the chocolate bar.
Crazy.
And once you eat everything, you notice like the pile of plastic that it generated. It means like, okay, you can't discard this in the plastic bin, but you can return it to the supermarket where you bought it. But it's not so true, because unlike Germany, where you go to the supermarket and there are some machines where you put the bottles and other materials to recycle. Inside of these supermarkets where you buy this chocolate, for example, they don't have this kind of trash there for this selective process. Because you need to get in touch with someone that give them like a bunch of plastic. Oh, take it, it's yours. It's not so true to do. So people usually like, oh, okay, forget about it, or just discard this in the normal bin. And yeah, it it simply doesn't work this way.
Yeah, exists intention, but
Yeah.
it's not common have this habit to go and bring your bazar to the grocery store to have this easy this this separate this good separation of this. You are talking about package. I usually to buy a package, biggest package, because as you said, it's big package, but exists less plastic than the smaller. The small packet, yeah, because if I buy one, the other products have, for example, I don't know, a detergent, and instead I buy 3 packets of detergent with 500 5 grams 5 milliliters, yeah. I buy one with 1.5 liters, yeah, because it's less plastic. I usually do this. What's your opinion, Karina, about these things that Philip said? And the number 2 question.
For me, the way you really do companies play in preserving natural resource is about the law. It's because when you have to pay for a damage in your environmental, you you have more pay attention about this. And we have a different rule, law in the countries, in the world. One country have politics about this, another one have another politics about, and sometimes companies change the place. It's because the law is more, I don't know how can I say this, more free. It's not free, but
Flexible, maybe. Flexible.
Flexible, yeah.
Yeah.
And this get very damage for people of the country, because like India, we see this scenario in India. Here in Brazil, we have this scenario. And it's good because we have jobs and a lot of things, but we have very damage for environment. And if all the world have the same law, it's more easy to control, or I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but I agree with you, Karina. Because have competition, between companies. Yeah, the govern the need to make laws to become this fair. Yeah, because have competition. The laws need to exist to make this equal for every company, because if for inside one company do this is preoccupied with environmental, and the other not, the company it will be more I believe more expensive. We will spend more money to do this. Yeah, if we have this kind of equalization of laws, it's possible to put every company to do the same have this competition in the same law. Yeah, in the same kind of American. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, in Portugal, when you buy something, they don't give you a bag. Don't give you. You have to pay. Yeah, you have to pay for a bag. Here in Brazil, a few times ago, they try to have the same price, but people don't adhere, accept. People don't accept this, and they return to the old way to give back free.
Yeah.
But for me, they needed to force more, to change mentally, to change the attitude from people, you know.
Yeah,
to reduce some. I know the bag is not the problem. The problem is more big, but
yes, one little thing that can be. As I said, existed a law here in São Paulo that was necessary. Every company don't give plastic bag, but as I said, this law fall because the people don't accept this. But it's one thing that's it's like a medicine. Yes, it's necessary to do things. If you don't, a government don't do your part, the companies will fight by profit. Yeah, you fight by a profit. You will not be so preoccupied. Like a fossil combustive, fossil petrol or gas. I believe if the government don't take this, try to change this by laws, the merchant will not do this. Okay, guys, everybody answered that. Let's go to the third question. Philip, can you read for us? An answer.
What's your perception? Sorry. What's your perception of climate change and natural disasters? How can I say this? It's really cold here. Joking aside, in my hometown, it's Santa Catarina, Brazil. And from there, like at least in my state and neighbor state, Rio Grande do Sul, they're suffering much more about the El Nino effect, climate effect, and which causes like disasters such as bomb cyclones. Let's say that's the term we use that because it's like a cyclone that happens from nowhere. We don't have the time to prepare ourselves, so it's the term that we use there, bomb cyclone. And I remember a few weeks ago that this kind of natural event happened 9 times in 3 months, and it caused a lot of like destruction, flooding, and yeah, the biggest problem there is not the bomb cycle itself, but the rain that caused the flooding as well. And I think right now, my at least my hometown is out of danger, but we're still struggling to have like edible water because the water is so the water from the reserves are so affected by these events that the like the potable the how can I say this the the edible water is not coming towards our homes like in a frequent way anymore. So yeah, my family have done a few modifications there in water system to try to push more water from the system. But yeah, it's working at least, but I don't know for how long because it seems to be getting worse every week as as the the water distribution system they're constantly telling, oh, okay, it's becoming more difficult to get potable water because where our reserves are being affected by the outside water that can like come with a lot of dirt inside, and is being caused because of the floodings. So that's like it is not a thing that happened every year. It's just happened like in the past 2 to 3 years that I noticed. So it's the climate change that I have been noticed in my hometown at least.
Yeah, climate change is real. Yeah, it's happening now. It's possible to perceive this. And in your opinion, Karine,
Yeah. Yes, I live in Santa Catarina, and this year we have a lot of problems with climate and floating. Floating is enchant.
yes,
Yeah, a lot of floating, and it's raining a lot this year. Raining a lot, and it's not common for this state to rain a lot. in January is in January that rain more, but this year was all year rain, and we have so much problems with this, more with water than other things like cyclone. I don't know how can I say cyclone in English.
Maybe twister.
Twister,
Yeah.
yeah, or winter. We don't have winter this year. It was easy, but
Yes.
rain it's a lot.
Raining a lot. In the other way, it's crazy to think that river in Amazon are almost dry. Yeah. Amazon
Yeah,
is the opposite. Usually
yeah,
to raining every day. Yeah, I know people that live in the Amazon. It's like after around 3 p.m. Yeah, have every day have it is raining. But now we possible have rivers that is not used to be dry. Yeah, that is where these days is happening. It's changed the climate. But I believe you'll be worst if you manage to don't do your part to try to don't don't I forgot accelerate this process. What's your opinion, Rebecca, about the third question?
Yes, I agree with you and Karina about the weather. The weather, we are feeling those last years. We are feeling more that it's crazy, not just in Brazil but other countries as Estados Unidos, especially about the summer. The summer is too high. Even here in Brazil, it's not normal. Some weeks ago was too much high. People was not well, was sick because of the weather. And what we know it tend to get worse, not better. And also about Amazonia, that florist, a feature of a florist I know is that rainy. A florist is wet, always wet, úmida, because it's a feature of a florist. It's common. And Amazonia with this problem about because of the climate change. It's not a new, but seems that we are seeing and feeling it stronger nowadays. And those disasters that you guys talk about Santa Catarina, but and other countries, we see too some disaster associated with climate change, and also a very old that I in Polo Norte. It's a lot of years that we see on TV the snow. I will say snow is the gelo that they are derretendo. It's a difficult word. And the animals are suffering. But it was a long time that I saw it on TV. All documentary about animals, they say a little bit about the climate change and how the animals suffer. So my perception is that what you said, guys, I agree, and that the tendency is to get worse, right? It's not, and we are feeling. I remember that I was a kid, we just talk about, but we not felt that. For example, about the weather. São Paulo, I remember that it was a very a place, the winter here was stronger, a lot stronger. Old people say it, that the winter here, it was not easy. People suffer a lot in the winter, but nowadays, the winter, as Karina said, we don't feel the winter because it's hot, even in the winter. Just some days it's cold. So a comparison and talking with old people, we can see that changed a lot with the years. That's it.
I agree with you, Rebecca. Not only in Brazil, but in all world have these extreme changes. I was read about extreme heat on India and China, and as I said, melting glaciers. Yeah, and yeah, that's crazy. The changes is the environmental changes, the climate changes coming. Yeah. Let's go to the number 4. How do you see the balance between economic development and the preservation of natural habitats? How do you see the balance between economic development and the preservation of natural habitats? Philip, can you?
I can properly answer this question, but I see one of the thing I noticed is like most of the countries that have bigger development in their economy, it's also proportionally related to uh, how much natural resources they have consumed. Because Brazil itself, like, we export like grains and other products from plantation, meat, and so on. And to make this exportation increase more and more about these materials, they start like cutting trees, cleaning fields to natural fields to make more space to take care of cattle and make their plant more of this material that's exported. So like from here you see that, and from China as well, I noticed like they produce a lot of pollution mostly, and but this pollution that's being produced there, it's also related to how much they grew over the past year, for example. So as they grew more and more, they produce more and more pollution as well. It is it's a thing that you can see almost every country, big country at least. It's a kind of thing that's really difficult to see a inverse behavior where the country can grow more, but they preserve more the natural resources. It's because both of them sees the proportionally correlate. Like as the one country grows more, they start using more and more natural resources. You can see the inverse thing happening. So there's no such a thing like a balance.
Yeah, it's antagonics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much more the countries have these resources to explore, more riches, yes, is the country. And how can balance this? This is
Yeah.
the question, question of 1 million. How can balance it be have profit, explore some research, because we need research, yeah, to make computers, to make a smartphone, to have transport, but how the way to use this research and don't destroy more the natural habitat, natural environmental of animals, forests, and preserve forests because this contribute a lot with climate change, yeah, with a greenhouse, I don't know, it's too, I guess this, yeah, I don't remember. That's it. What's your opinion about this, Rebecca?
Yeah, I think it's possible balance, but the problem is, for example, companies, they want to keep their monopoly. I will say in Portuguese, it's similar in English. And in these companies that they want to keep it, they are the biggest one. So they are a king. They have a lot of money. And it's very difficult because they incentivize the customer buy things and take it to trash fast. Food and clothes. Food, I remember that we have some statistics that showed how much United States about food. They took to the trash, and that food would feed, and I don't remember, but a country in Africa. The comparison, how much food go to trash. So why so much food go to trash? And it has to do with environment, because the agriculture, for example, it make a lot of damage to environment in Brazil, for example, especially about the animals. And I know that it has all to do with the climate change, because the cows as vacas, gas emission, this stuff, and produce too much, a number that we don't need, and a lot to go to trash fast. And it's a cycle, very difficult, and seems that companies, they don't have interest in making investment, because this balance, it needs a lot of study, and study the government developing in university. It's a relationship between companies and universities, and with the time need to have interest. But what I see is the specialists in this subject, they usually say that it's very possible, have a sustainable growth when you make investment, but with the time you have a return. And it's a perspective. It's a little difficult because, as I said, the monopoly, the companies that are keeping it are number one. If they don't have interest, sometimes it exists a solution, but just don't have an interest in do something. Just that maybe with the time they change their mind because of society, but I think it's possible economy develop in a preservation of environmental, but it depends a lot of the debate of society and the interest of government and companies, because I think it are intertwined.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you. I believe it's difficult this initiative come from companies. Yeah, because it's a profit involved. Yeah, because this I agree. As Karina said about the rules, about law. Yeah, it's necessary have this to put a break, on companies to don't to have less profit, but preserve some parts of nature. Yeah, it's things that we need to talk about. Yeah, because if everything is free, is possible. Don't be preoccupied about this. Your opinion, Karim?
It's a difficult thing. I think about, and for me, there is no balance in this topic. There is no balance. it's possible. It's possible to have, but I don't know. My impression that companies don't know. It's the companies don't know the real cost of the products and the impact of the products in an environment. It's estimate, and when you see the natural resources, some resources is governmental on governo é dono. This place, and the industry have some benefits to using this, and it's complicated to have a balance about this because the companies don't know how the real price of the products and the impact. They don't measure this, and the governmental don't know. They don't know how can control this or measure this, and it's difficult to have a balance about
Yes.
this.
It's complicated. It's not easy but I agree with you. But I believe if it's necessary, have a kind of break, yeah, to because if you don't have this, every company do what's more give more profit for the companies. I believe they have time for more one. Okay, the number 6, number 5. What initiative or technology do you consider promising to face environmental and change the results of depletion? Okay, I don't know. Philip, how do you think?
I try to be fast in this answer. I think like about the fast fashion. I don't know if you have heard of that. Certain companies they release a certain burning clothes, but these clothes don't last for 1 month, let's say, and they sell this, and the remaining ones they go to the trash. So this like the biggest picture of fast fashion. And one way to tackle this problem is to invest more on sustainable materials. I have seen news, I think, from 2012, about clothes that are made of sugarcane, but I haven't seen anything more after that. And I think that investing more in this kind of clothes, you can have at least clothes that can be discarded, because I highly doubt that fast fashion will be a thing that will disappear over the years. But having sustainable materials that can it's biodegradable, is the kind of material that they can decompose in the nature in a few thousands of years. It's a thing that need to be invested. So that's my answer for this question. And how about you, Rebecca?
I think, for example, about the electrical car, this technology, and it's an old idea, it's an old solution, but seems that today people here in Brazil can afford to have one. For example, my uncle, he is the Uber, and he bought one because to him it's better in the long term because of the fuel gas. He can save money. He works as Uber, and he bought a car of that. I think it's very interesting. And also, let me see. yeah, I forgot. I had other thing in mind, but I forgot. The car, I think it's a technology very interesting, and the people today increase the number of people that are not eating meat and too much as before, and that's good about the meat because the agriculture is very damaged. There's a very problematic things around the agriculture, the animals and creation. And as much people don't eat too much coal, for example, it's good to the environment. So it's seems that the young people, for example, and they are more at this profile. And I think those initiatives are good. And about you, Karina?
Maybe using natural things to like I was study biotechnology, and we have some ways to cultivate vegetables without using agrotóxico. I don't know how can I say this. And maybe this way is good for we have a good production, the food, and search another way to make the things that preserve more the environment. I like electrical car. I like.
Yeah, it's like good. I don't know about the battery, but it's a it's a solution to now, yeah, to replace the cars made by fossil combustível, fossil, no combustível, energy, yeah, fossil energy.
Maybe the remote jobs contribute to this because is less car.
Yeah, you don't need to have this to go far. Yeah, is one thing. I agree with you about the organics is good. Everybody said one thing is important. Yeah, in the other thing that I like is plastic biodegradable. Yeah, biodegradable plastic. Yeah, is one thing that is possible because have plastic to use it for many years. Maybe use for if have this for I believe for a month, yeah, of existence is possible. Okay, guys, I don't have more time for being here because having other immersion. After that, I will finish on YouTube now.